Hey, it's Kevin McCarthy, and welcome to A Day in Real Estate. So, it's been an interesting summer, a hot summer. Boy, I tell you what, this has been a hot summer for sure. Not necessarily as hot for the real estate market as we've seen 18 months prior. And, I know it seems a little weird, but things kind of normalized quickly, if you want to call it normal or whatever you consider normal. Right about Memorial Day, it really just kind of got hit with a stun gun, almost. Maybe it's interest rates, maybe, prices just hit where people were like, okay, that's it, who knows? There's a number of factors, and there's gurus all over the place that are spewing all kinds of things about what's going on and what to expect, right? So the fact of the matter is, the real estate market is always in flux, and it's always changing. And it did dynamically change at the end of May, going into June. And in June, we saw such significant growth in inventory that it was just incredible. I mean, it set records for weeks of inventory for the number of homes that hit the market. And so you couple that with rising interest rates that kind of limited some affordability, as well as some of the new homes that kind of fell out because those buyers could no longer qualify to purchase those homes, and those homes became inventory, especially in areas where there's a lot of new homes. Going back to last year, I had people that wanted new homes. We couldn't get in new homes. I mean, it was waiting list, and we're sold out. You walk up to the new home community and crickets. Nobody's there. They have nothing to sell, right? Fast forward to June, and that really increased. Coming into July 4th, now they're all offering significant incentives. $12,000, bonuses, all kinds of stuff to get people in there, because now all of a sudden they've got inventory, they're overshooting the mark. So on the resale side of things, where the new homes are, at least this is what we're seeing here locally, and keep in mind, real estate is hyper local. There are things that are uniform across the country, but from a hyper local standpoint, we're seeing that pullback, on pricing to a certain degree on the resale market, especially where there's new homes and new home competition. All of a sudden, it was such a significant increase in inventory. Now it gets hyper local when you're talking about different neighborhoods, because there's some neighborhoods, it doesn't matter what the market's doing. There is limited inventory in those particular spaces, because there's only so many people that move in those areas at a time, and there's significantly more people that want to live in those areas at any given time. Now, their prices may, be affected somewhat because of buying power, because of interest rates, but it's hyper local to that area that we're not going to see, super significant problems with those as much as we are with the homes that are trying to resell where there's a lot of new home. So at the end of the day, the market now has gotten to the point where in a normal market, we'll see about a third of homes see a price reduction before they get a contract. And when you're talking normal market, you're talking, okay, some people are going to overprice their house anyway. They wind up having to bring it down in any market, right? So on average, in a normal market, about a third of homes, or 30%, take a price reduction at some point before they go in contract. Now, go 12 months ago, pretty much nobody was taking a price reduction unless they were significantly overpriced. There were still some. There was a small percentage of the market that was taking a price reduction. But now, according to the latest stats that came out, across the nation anyway, national stats, 35% of homes are taking a price reduction before they go in contract. And that's still increasing. So if that increases to where we're seeing 50 or 60% of homes take a price reduction before going in contract, that may be a really interesting time for us. Hopefully it kind of levels off and it normalizes. I think that what we'll see is because people can now see the amount of inventory that has significantly increased, some of the you'll have some sellers rush to the market because, okay, they were planning to do it. We need to do it now. We need to get it out there. Some of them may hold back a little bit, and that may cause inventory not to over increase through the fall. I don't think that it's going to even come out to pre-19 levels of inventory by this fall, but inventory has significantly increased. We were just so low, it was unsustainable. But I'm paying attention to it all the time. If you have questions about what's going on in the market, there's no crystal ball. We don't know where it's going, right? But I believe we will see more of a normal feeling market with less. We're probably not going to get a ton of appreciation over the next 12 to 18 months going through 2023. But I don't think that we're going to see a drastic drop off as far as values either. There will be some, and in some areas they're going to get it a little bit more than others. Some areas that were kind of overinflated a little bit, where they were just bumping up too much, are going to get hit with some, but they're just correcting to where they should be anyway, and people aren't able to borrow money at 2.5% or 3%. Let's pay attention to it, and if you have any questions about what's going on in the market or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I've got a lot of data that I'm happy to share with anybody, and I'll share my resources. And, if you have a question about something, feel free to reach out to me. If you're still thinking about selling your house or getting into buying, the real estate market is always good for someone, right? Is the real estate market good for you? We need to take a look at it. So, I'm Kevin McCarthy. It's another day in real estate. Have a great one.